In modern international rugby, the South African Springboks occupy a tier of their own. They routinely dismantle elite international opponents, frequently scoring 40 points or more in a single test match. You can see the intimidation factor before the whistle even blows. Standing shoulder to shoulder, the roster is a line of 140-kilo men, many of them towering over 6'9". But Scotland arrived in Pretoria with a blueprint to neutralize these giants. This animated diagram shows their use of wide four-man attacking pots, using quick, short passes to shift the ball around heavy defenders and create numerical overlaps. For long stretches of the game, this worked. Scotland's high-tempo multi-phase play forced the Springboks into a scramble, exposing genuine vulnerabilities in their defensive line. Yet despite a nearly flawless tactical execution, Scotland still lost by 14 points. You can outsmart South Africa for 10 minutes, but you cannot hide from their power for 80. The Springboks operate with a freakish baseline of strength. They routinely march opponents backward in 15-meter rolling moles and utilize a single-man lift to hoist a 125-kilo teammate overhead to secure a kickoff. This raw power is a deliberate strategic weapon. It functions as a biological tax. Every massive hit, heavy carry, and grueling scrum drains an opponent's physiological reserves, making every subsequent movement slightly more difficult. This compounding weight of physical exhaustion systematically destroys an opponent's ability to execute their game plan. As the body tires, the tactical brain loses its edge. We can see this effect in action by breaking down the lead-up to a critical try. It started with South Africa forcing back-to-back brutal scrums on the Scottish goal line. The localized strain on the Scottish front row was immense. Just holding the line against the Springbok pack required a massive expenditure of energy. Once cleared, the pressure continues. This map shows exhausted Scottish props forced to sprint 40 meters upfield. Their legs are spent. Struggling to recover, they arrive at the next breakdown late, creating a clear spatial gap at the defense's edge. The South African scrum half scans this gap, recognizes the sluggish defenders, and snipes through for a try. The scrum half gets the highlight, but the scoring space was actually engineered by the calculated exhaustion forced upon the Scottish pack by the Springbok forwards. The final piece of the engine is the system designed by Rassie Erasmus. He has found a way to weaponize this exhaustion across the full 80 minutes. At the exact moment the opponent's energy hits zero, Erasmus brings on a fresh wave of equally massive players from the bench. As the opponent's output drops into the red zone, South Africa's rotation resets their pressure to 100%. When energy bottoms out, scoring spikes. They score rapid, back-to-back tries exactly when the dam of physical exhaustion breaks. Sophisticated tactics eventually succumb to the physical reality of the final 20 minutes. A team struggling for air must confront a fresh wave of giants. The power behind South Africa is a system built to biologically break an opponent. It proves that even the best game plan fails once your legs are taken away.